Welcome to the Bible Explained, where we look at Scripture simply, honestly, and without guilt. Have you ever had one thought spiral into 20? You're lying in bed at 2 a.m., and your brain just won't shut up. What if this happens? What if that doesn't work out? What if I made the wrong decision? That's overthinking, and it's exhausting. You're not alone in this. I've been there too. And honestly, most people have. Here's the thing. Worry and overthinking aren't just modern problems. People have been doing this for thousands of years. And Jesus actually talked about it. But here's what might surprise you. He didn't say it in a judgmental way. He didn't say, just stop worrying, like it's that easy. He said something that actually feels surprisingly freeing. In Matthew chapter 6, Jesus says this. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Now, he's not saying, just don't care about anything. That's not what he's saying at all. He's saying that tomorrow already has its own problems. You don't need to borrow them today. You don't need to carry tomorrow's weight on today's shoulders. Think about this for a moment. How many things have you worried about that never actually happened? Probably a lot. Research actually shows that most of what we worry about never comes true. And even when something does go wrong, we usually handle it better than we expected. But here's the thing. Your brain doesn't know that. Your brain is wired to scan for threats. It's trying to protect you. But sometimes it gets stuck. Jesus knew this. And he didn't shame people for worrying. He just said, look at the birds. Think about that. Birds don't have a savings account. They don't have a retirement plan. And yet, they're fine. Now, he's not saying you shouldn't plan. He's not saying you shouldn't work hard. He's saying that life is about more than just surviving. It's about trusting that you're being held by something bigger than your anxiety. I remember a time when I couldn't sleep for days. I kept thinking about my school fees. I kept calculating and recalculating in my head. What if I can't pay? What if I have to drop out? What if I disappoint everyone? But I did something. I took a breath. I told God exactly how I felt. I didn't pretend to have it all together. I just said, God, I can't do this on my own. And you know what? He provided. Not in the way I expected, but he provided. That experience taught me something. Worry doesn't change anything, but trust does. So what do you actually do when you're stuck in an overthinking loop? I want to give you 4 practical steps. They're simple, but they actually work. First, name it. Say to yourself, I'm overthinking right now. Just naming it creates a little distance between you and the spiral. Second, breathe. Literally. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. It sounds too simple, but it actually calms your nervous system. It tells your brain that you're not in danger. Third, shift your attention. Jesus said, look at the birds. He didn't say analyze your anxiety. He said look up. Look at something real, something present, something simple. And fourth, trust. This is the hardest one. Trust that you don't have to figure everything out right now. Trust that tomorrow has its own grace. Trust that you're not alone in this. If you struggle with overthinking today, here's what I want you to know. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're human. And the God who made you is patient with your spiraling thoughts. He's not annoyed by your anxiety. He sees you. And he's not asking you to have it all figured out. He's just asking you to breathe, to look up, and to trust that today's grace is enough for today. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, subscribe for more. And if overthinking is something you struggle with, leave a comment. You might help someone else feel less alone. See you in the next one.